So welcome to Shepherd's Haven. This is Myles. We are out here this afternoon. Beautiful, cool part of the day, probably 7 o'clock p.m. And we are putting some paint on this beautiful cypress lumber. This wood was put on here in 1890, which is probably 130 years, 132 years. And we are priming it with a special primer that had some adhesive in it, because this wood is so hard that it won't receive the paint like most new wood would. So we're having to put a primer on it, and then we're putting a special paint on it that has an H2O or water base to it that turns into oil after it dries, which gives us a protective cover because we want an oil-based paint on the finished product. So we've sandblasted and scraped and got everything pretty much ready to paint. You can see places like this that we're going to have to replace this board and this board, which we will do tomorrow. Maybe this board because of some weathering. We will tighten all these boards up with new nails, but we can do that after we get it primed. And we will try to have this front primed and the doors for the Strawberry Festival this weekend on Saturday. Our goal is to have that done, and then people will be able to see sort of something with color on it. This will be a light gray. All the woodwork around the doors and windows will be white. The window sashes, which is the wood part where the windows glass is, and this right here will be black, which is what was common in that day. And we are hoping to get those windows painted and this white part painted for the weekend. And so we'll have a little bit of color on it. Inside, we're going to start wiring some tomorrow and the next day. The downstairs is wired. We're going to finish it upstairs in the next few days. Then we're ready actually for insulation, and then we're ready for sheetrock. So you'll be able to visually see significant progress here in the next 30 days. Outside, the next thing will be to finish up any woodwork around the porch, under the porches, the handrails and that kind of stuff, and then we will be ready to put the second and third coat of paint on, and then we're going to be working on the inside. So I know it looks like we haven't gotten very far, but we're actually a lot further than what we thought we were. It should be, could be. So we're making great progress. So come by, help us, pray for us, visit with us, entertain us, bring lunch, fellowship with us. You can pull up a chair, and we'd love to have you come by and visit with us. So this is just a quick update of Shepherd's Haven, and we're excited about what we see and what God is doing, and hopefully before very long we'll be able to have guests here. So God bless you. Thanks for joining us.